What's good, geek? How you doing? Sorry I can't reply to the chat right now, but I acknowledge you, brother. I see you. I've decided I'm not gonna wait the next 6 minutes. I'm just gonna go ahead and get started talking about the topic. So just give me a second, you guys. I'm gonna be back. All right, you guys, I'm just gonna go ahead and talk about the topic. I figured out all my stream shit. Y'all know I'm a little geriatric when it comes down to the streaming shit, so y'all gotta, give me a little time, give me a little grace, you know what I mean? But we back, Yiga. So before I start the video, hold on one second, guys. Let me answer this phone call. All right, sorry about that, guys. I had to take a phone call. So before I start the video, I do want to let you guys know that I understand that this topic, the whole basis of this topic is built around speculation on Bobby Kotick's, I think that's his name, on Bobby Kotick's part. I understand that he might not have, direct communication with Nintendo, because you know how Nintendo is. They keep everything close to the tuck, close to the chest, and that a lot of this is simply speculation. I just want to state that because there are going to be people in the chat that are going to be like, we don't even know if it's real. Like, I understand that. I'm a very intelligent woman. I understand this completely and totally. This conversation is just about what I was discussing with some people on Twitter. Another thing that I want to say before I start this live is that Nintendo fans are multifaceted. We are not one note. We are not one dimensional. I don't need people on my Twitter telling me what I should be doing as a Nintendo fan, okay? There was a person, when I was talking about this on Twitter, let me go find the tweet, because I feel like people only do this to Nintendo fans. They don't do it to anybody else. They always expect Nintendo fans to carry the torch for morality and gaming, and I'm just like, why? Just because you don't fuck with Nintendo doesn't mean that everybody else doesn't have to fuck with Nintendo. So I made a statement. If you guys follow me on Twitter, I made a statement. I said, if Bobby Kotick knows what he's talking about, this is an L. Sorry, y'all. If Switch 2 isn't at least on par with PS4 Pro, it's a wash. That's what I said. And then this person responded to me and he said, Nintendo fans won't care. Standards can't get any lower with them. And then I replied to him, I'm a Nintendo fan. Lots of us care. And then he replies, will you care enough to not buy it if true? Because if not, it doesn't matter if you care or not, or if you disagree. Baby, let me tell you something. I'm not boycotting. I'm sorry. I'm not, baby, because when Zelda Tears of the Kingdom 2 comes out, baby, you know what's happening? My pockets are getting emptied and I'm buying a Switch 2. I'm sorry. I'm not gonna be, and I don't feel like Nintendo fans have to be the torchbearers of morality in this gaming community. Y'all expect us to boycott everything. I'm not, guys. I'm not boycotting Nintendo just because you have a hate boner for the company. I'm sorry. Because when Tears of the Kingdom 2 comes out, when Metroid Prime 4 comes out, when Pikmin 5 comes out, baby, I'm emptying my wallet. I'm sorry. I'm emptying my wallet. And I feel like this logic is only directed at Nintendo fans. Y'all don't expect nobody else to boycott. Anyways, let me acknowledge the people in the chat. I acknowledged Geek earlier. Shout outs to the homie Geek. Oh snap, my girl Sanita is here. Hey baby. What's up, Geronimo? How you doing? Wise Guy, how you doing? Rappity Rapper, how you doing? Rodimus, how you doing? So let's see. Zanita says, I'm one note, ride or die, Ninty girl right here. You know what I mean? You hear what I'm saying to you? Listen, I will talk shit about Nintendo all day, but I'm gonna keep it real with you. Just like when the next Last of Us comes out, baby, I'm spending my coin, okay? Just like when these PlayStation boys spend that coin on the next God of War, even when they mad at Jim Ryan, baby, I'm spending my coin. I mean, I ain't got a lot of coin, but I'm spending my coin, and I'm not gonna feel bad about it. And then she says, you can't go backwards with the Switch 2. That makes no sense. But yeah, I'd get it, even if they do. I just want backgrounds for my Switch. And that's real. That's some real shit. Geronimo says Game boycotts don't even work. I mean, I feel like there are instances where people should boycott. There are instances where these game developers are doing too fucking much and we should boycott. But I'm not going to boycott Nintendo because they come out with the hybrid system that's on par with the PS4. I'm sorry, I'm not. Because I'm an intelligent person and I understand that the form factor would make it to such it can't be on par with the top of the line specs. I am not an idiot. I understand this completely. Even though I'm not a tech head, I understand, form factors oftentimes, with limited, battery and everything like that, it makes it difficult to do certain things. I'm not a fucking idiot. Um, a lot of people saying boycott everything on Xbox, all of them. I mean, I don't feel LG, respectfully, I understand. I don't really hang out in the gaming circles like I used to, but I don't see people having that much energy for PlayStation and Xbox. Maybe Xbox to a certain degree, but I don't really see that energy from others. I feel like people are always coming at Nintendo fans like we're just like the pariahs of gaming, like we just like video games like everybody else, bro. It's just the company's different. That's all. All right, so let's go ahead and get into the topic of what I came here for. So, like I mentioned earlier, there was an article that came out. It's on different gaming websites, but I specifically saw this one from My Nintendo News. It says Activision Blizzard CEO says that the next Nintendo system is close to PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And my response on Twitter is that if he knows what he's talking about, this is an L. Sorry, y'all. If Switch 2 isn't at least on par with PS4 Pro, it's a wash. And I believe that. I feel like when the Nintendo Switch came out, when me, Alex, and Coupon did the Team Red Talks Nintendo podcast, shout outs to Alex, by the way, and Coupon. I hope that they're both well. But when we first heard about the Nintendo Switch, we heard about the power and the specs and everything like that. We were obviously still excited because who's not excited for new gaming hardware? We're all excited about it. But one of the things that we talked about way back in like 2016, 2017 is that this thing is going to be underpowered off top. And that wasn't even based off of like what was available at the time, because we understood what the Nintendo Switch was. We understood what the form factor was. We understood that it was a handheld that can be docked into console mode. So we had that understanding. But what made us feel this way is that when the Nintendo Switch was announced, we found out that Nvidia were the ones who were behind the hardware of the Nintendo Switch, and that they were going to be using basically like a light version of what Nvidia had already had available with their Nvidia Shield tablets, which was the Tegra X1 chip that they were using at that time. So when Nintendo was bringing out the Nintendo Switch, they weren't even using like an optimum version of the Tegra X that the Nvidia Shield was already using. They were using like an underclocked version of the X1 chip. And also at that same time, Nvidia was bringing out their Tegra X2 chip for the Nvidia Shield 2. So, some people were really puzzled and confused about why they would, one, use an underclocked version of the X1 chip when the optimum X1 chip is available to them. And two, why wouldn't they go ahead and spend the extra coin to take advantage of Nvidia's new tech at the time, which was the Tegra X2 chip? So that was something that we talked about on Team Red, and, it didn't stop us from getting the Switch. The Switch was still an exciting console to us, but it seems like if what Bobby Kotick is saying is correct, and I hope I'm saying this man's name, not that it really fucking matters because he's a trash person, but if what he's saying is on target, I feel like it's a similar situation. When people are using the Nintendo Switch software optimally, like for example is what Retro Studios did with the Metroid Prime Remastered remake, there's some good things that can come from that, because from my understanding, and I'm not a tech head, I don't follow this stuff that's closely, I'm just going based on what people have been saying, is that the Nintendo Switch as it currently is pretty much in a ballpark of like in between PS3, PS4, kind of close to Xbox One, And so if that's the case, it's like, why not just go the extra mile and make it PS4 Pro level at the bare minimum? And this kind of caused a conversation on Twitter. Some people are saying that he's probably not right, which there's a very high possibility that he's not right. But let me just go through some things that people are saying. Let me go find my Twitter. I feel like this will be a quick conversation. It's really not a lot to it. I just personally wanted to expound my feelings because a lot of people think that I'm salty. I'm not salty. I just feel like this. And this is what my homeboy Astro Star, I was actually trying to get him to come on, but he might be at work or something right now. But this is what my homeboy Astro Star said on Twitter. He said PS4 Pro and base PS4 are in the same neighborhood to each other. I don't think there are any games that can run on one that can't be on the other. I'd like it closer to the Pro to future-proof it more because, of course, but is that the make or break point? Xeno would be the GOAT on it, though. And I think that's what I wanted to talk about. It's not a make or break for me. It's more like this is a confusion type of situation. Why not go ahead and go forth and make it more on par with the PS4 Pro where you could have higher resolution, higher frame rates in some instances? Like, why not go that a little extra mile? That's really my main thing. Am I going to be there day one? Absolutely. Is it a make or break for me? Absolutely not. It's just a question of why. I don't expect Nintendo to ever enter the power race again, especially if they plan on continuing on with this hybrid form factor. Like, I don't expect that. I'm not expecting PS5. I'm not expecting high-end graphics card. I'm not expecting any of that with Nintendo, especially if they continue in this form factor, which I think it's smart for them to continue in this form factor. My question is, why not go the extra mile? Like, for example, like we just talked about, you took an underclocked version of the X1 when you could have took an optimal version of the X1. Why? Why? If this is true. That's all I'm saying. And what Astro said about future proofing is exactly the point that I'm trying to make, that maybe I'm not getting across correctly because Twitter is only so many characters. But I responded to him. I said, it's not a make or break for me, but it's exactly what you mentioned prior. Future proofing. The PS4 Pro is capable of higher resolution, is capable of higher FPS in some respects. I get what you mean. But it's the same thing with the OG Switch. Why settle for the base when you can get an optimal version? Like, I understand Nintendo is all about cutting corners and, trying to make the most out of their money. But it's like, baby, you can spend an extra coin, okay? You just had a $1 billion movie. I know you got some coin. You have how much did they say that they got in revenue from software alone on Nintendo Switch? I think they said it was in the billions. You got the coin. Okay? You got the coin. Just do it. I don't know why people act like Nintendo's like an indie game company. Like, baby, they have coin. They have coin. I don't. And then somebody on here, they responded, they said, and it's, these are valid comments. Someone said, I think battery life probably ends up as the biggest barrier here, even if they want to offer more power, that they can't because of that. But it would be better off using newer software technologies from NVIDIA like DLSS and frame generation. Somebody explain to me, what is DLSS? I keep hearing that term come up a lot, and I don't know what that means. But they make a good point. Battery life, I could understand in terms of battery life. Someone said the cheapest version of Steam Deck cost $399, and the ROG Ally cost $699. No chance Nintendo will launch anything near those price points. And I understand that totally. I understand it totally. I get it. Like, I understand all of these. Somebody says, narrator, Switch 2 went on to be one of the most popular systems of all time. And I'm not here to debate that. I think a lot of people who see comments like mine, they just assume that, oh, you don't like Nintendo. I love Nintendo. They're my fave. But I do feel a little bit, I don't know. I feel a little bit kind of over the fact that they don't try to future proof. You don't have to be the most powerful thing out here, but you can still do what needs to be done to future proof what you're doing. And I think that's really like the biggest issue that I have, if this is correct. Let's see what y'all are saying in the chat. Geronimo says PS4 power handheld is decent in my opinion. PS4 power plus DLSS upscaling for docks would be real nice though. You know what? That sounds cool, Geronimo. I'm cool with that. If the next chip is using another NVIDIA Tegra chip, it'll be more powerful. All of NVIDIA's tech from the past 4 years are more powerful than the base PS4. It'll likely be PS4 Pro. Wise guy, you know a lot more about this than me. Gaming, gadgets, and tech. Shout outs to the homie Lid. Hey, Bill. Yeah, when they say PS4 power, I hope that they just mean memory and GPU power, because the Switch CPU architecture is better than PS4 for 2013. The Steam Deck, for example, is between GTX 1050 and GTX 1060. The PS4 is around 1030. Ooh. I just uninstalled a 1060. I don't want that. I'm sorry. Chariot says DLSS is what the new Switch will be using, so I know. How do y'all know this? Is this rumored? Like, what's going on? I hope it comes with 16 gigs of RAM. What's good, Jalen? How you doing? We have evidence for DLSS. Dr. Trey talked about DLSS. I love Dr. Trey, but I mean, how do y'all know that? You know what I mean? Technology DSSS is a revolutionary breakthrough in AI powered graphics, meaning that it massively boosts performance. It's a form of upscaling that uses AI. It's way more accurate and less demanding than the checkerboard upscaling that was used on the PS4 Pro. Okay, well, will you put it like that, Wise guy? I understand. But how do y'all know this information? Is this just like rumored or what? DLSS is a resolution upscaler, and DLSS3 increases your frame rate with AI generated frames. There's already a few games on Switch that use FSR upscaling, including Xenoblade Chronicles 3, which is also a form of AI upscaling. Just hope Joy-Con drift will be situated. Listen, if Nintendo brings Nintendium back to their consoles, baby, we cooking with fire. We're cooking with fire. Make Nintendo consoles unbreakable again. Okay? Make Nintendo consoles unbreakable again. I know, I kind of miss going live too, Lynn, but I don't have the steam for this kind of stuff anymore. I really don't. Geronimo says there was a leak a year or two ago. I had the Steam Deck. Now with the ROG Ally, it's a blast to play. Nintendo is punishing us for the Wii U flopping. Oh my God, J-Beats. I'm dead. Whoa. Yo. I'm dead. Nintendo is punishing me by not bringing a Xenoblade Chronicles export to the Nintendo Switch. You hear me? That's how they're punishing me right now. Oh my God. My thing is, whatever the Nintendo Switch 2 is, I'm gonna be excited for it and I'm gonna buy it. Sorry, people out there who think that we should boycott Nintendo. I'm buying it. But I just hope that whatever that they come up with does justice to Zelda Team, Monolith Soft, Retro Studios. Because what Retro Studios was able to do on the base Switch is fucking amazing. I don't know if anybody out there has played or is playing Metroid Prime Remastered, but that is easily one of the most beautiful games on the Nintendo Switch. And sometimes when you're playing it, you forget that you're playing it on the fucking Switch. Like, real talk. I'm not just saying that because I'm a Metroid fan. Mercury Steam's Metroid Dread is also a beautiful fucking game. So seeing what a competent studio like a Retro Studios or Monolith Soft could do with PS4 Pro or better hardware really excites me. It really excites me. Let's see. Rapidy Rapper says, I want Conquer on it or something slightly adult leaning because I don't want my little niece taking my Switch from me. Metroid does look amazing. Yo, yes, Geronimo. Everybody was worried about Retro Studios because a lot of the people from back in the day are gone. But I'm with you. Prime Remastered showed me that current day Retro Studios is gonna fucking knock it out of the park. Let's be honest, it's a cross-gen game. You think so? You think that Prime Remastered is a cross-gen game? Or are you saying that Metroid Prime 4 is gonna be a cross-gen game? I don't know, man. I don't know. What do y'all think about this news though? Like, am I tripping? Do I think that they could bump it up some more? Like, am I missing the forest from the trees? Like, somebody help me, because I'm not tech savvy. I'm only going based off a headline. When he said close to, it can't be close to. It's gotta be, and then hopefully above. You know what I'm saying to you? I don't know if y'all hear what I'm saying to you. And then my homeboy AJ kind of put it into perspective a little bit for me. He says, close to is likely in a more powerful direction than not. The Switch is close to the PS3, but it's also close to the base Xbox One. So I'd imagine we're looking at a PS4 Pro situation, if not slightly better. I hope AJ is correct. That's my homie, and he usually has good points. Let's see what other people are saying. My homie Astral, again, says, I feel you. We got to remember that clock speeds change a lot depending on if it's docked or handheld. Best case scenario could be them doing PS4 Pro level for docked and base PS4 for handheld. Nintendo could very likely fuck this up, so I'm praying. That's possible. That's possible. That's really possible. My homie Tycoon, Pyro Tycoon, shout out to him, says, I agree, but they do have to balance power specs, battery life, portability, and price. I'm hoping that the explosion, the PC handhelds, the explosion, I think he meant explosion. Yeah, the explosion, my bad, I'm reading it incorrectly. I'm hoping the explosion of the PC handheld space makes the parts a lot cheaper, but I wouldn't be surprised if Nintendo's next system is between PS4 and PS4 Pro in terms of power. My homie Pyro Kid, shout outs to him, says that if Ninty decided to play with power for once, we might have a perfect gen, like enough power to have an actual competent online experience. We pay now, shit shouldn't be so ass. I agree. And like I told y'all before, I don't think that Nintendo has to be on par with the PS5 and like latest cutting edge tech or anything like that. I'm actually one of the rare gamers that feels like I'm actually one of the rare gamers who feels like there's no such thing as an ugly game anymore unless the art direction itself is trash. I don't think there's any such thing as an ugly game anymore. I think that we've finally reached a point where games can be made in a way that reaches the developers' potential or what they had in mind. I don't think that we're being held back so much anymore, you know, albeit in Nintendo's case, obviously with some caveats, like for example the frame rate in Tears of the Kingdom. But I feel like the Zelda team were able to make a very good physics system on the Nintendo Switch, and I feel like that is part of the charm and part of the magic of Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, is that the physics in those games are fucking amazing. And then, like, obviously what we mentioned earlier with Xenoblade Chronicles 3 looks fucking good. What else? The Metroid games on Nintendo Switch look really good. I don't think that games are ugly anymore. Like, yeah, there's jaggies. Like, yeah, you know, there's, like, funky stuff. But that also kind of depends on the skill level of who's making the game. I don't feel like games are ugly anymore. You know? I don't know. Maybe it's just me. What are y'all saying in the chat? Now, Jalen just said, speaking of ugly games because of ugly art direction, Jalen said, Metroid Prime Remastered puts the mainline Pokemon game on the Switch to shame. Now, the Pokemon games are ugly. Can we take a moment to just admit maybe Game Freak are not good, competent game developers? Can we just admit that right now? I need about 1, 2, maybe 3 people to just agree with me right now. Can we agree that Game Freak doesn't know how to make HD games? Can we agree? I gave them a pass for the first Pokemon game they put on the Switch because it was their first HD game. But baby, why are we not stepping it up by this time? Can we agree? Can we agree? Pokemon is not ugly because it's on Nintendo Switch. Pokemon is ugly because Game Freak doesn't have good art direction. I'm sorry. I know, listen. And Sunita, you sent me Pokemon Sword. I love that game. But let's be honest, baby. Let's be honest. Game Freak don't know how to make a game, baby. They don't. I'm sorry. They don't. What else are y'all saying in the chat? Geronimo says, I think when some mean ugly these days, it just means lower resolution and lower textures. I get that. But I feel like if your game direction is on point, that really doesn't matter. Depending on the game. Yeah, graphics nowadays are polished. Ain't a difference. Mine is Pokemon. I love how there's niggas in the chat talking about Pokemon is ugly. Yes, this is the energy I love. Yes, energy. Yes, energy. Yes. The Pokemon games might be fun, but they're ugly. Jalen says it'll be a waste of money if Nintendo decides to compete with Sony and Microsoft and power wise, because most third-party companies ain't gonna fuck with them no matter what. You know what? To a certain degree, that's facts. I feel like a lot of Western companies wouldn't fuck with Nintendo regardless, but a lot of that is also a Nintendo in the way that they interact with third-party companies. I think that Japanese companies would be more likely to collaborate with Nintendo because they would actually have the hardware to present their games in a way that they desire. But a lot of these Western companies really wouldn't really wouldn't be fucking with Nintendo, to be honest. Yamad says, yeah, ugly AF. There is no excuse for the way Detective Pikachu look. Detective Pikachu, bro, why does it look like that? Yamad, I agree. Violet is only slightly ugly, but it has so much that I had hoped for in the Pokemon game. But Sunita, I will give you that Pokemon is a good game. I will never take away the fact that Pokemon games are good games. But let's be honest and agree that Game Freak gotta step it up. When you are under the same umbrella as Monolith Soft, Retro Studios, Zelda Team, Mario Team, baby, you gotta step it up. I'm sorry. You gotta step it up. Game Freak gotta step it up. Jay Beat says Nintendo's trend over the years has been to do everything again after Sony and Microsoft. Wii was SD? I don't get what that means. Wii was SD, then Wii U. Oh, standard definition. Then Wii U was high definition. They'll probably do 4K next with PS4 graphics. I don't know, J Beats. We'll see. Game Freak. Oh shit. Game Freak's not gonna make 30 FPS. Oh shit. Damn, I really started a Game Freak hate train. I'm sorry, Sunita. I'm sorry. I didn't know that it would come to this. I just wanted us to agree. Geronimo says Pokemon Snap looks pretty good in my opinion, but that's because Game Freak didn't make it. I'm screaming. Y'all ain't shit in the chat. I ain't gonna hold you. know I started it, but y'all really ain't shit because y'all dragging it at this point. Y'all dragging it at this point. Oh my god. Still not as painful as My Time or Dreamlight. Yeah, My Time. I love My Time at Portia, but the Switch port, you're absolutely right. It was not giving. But a lot of it also too is because the people who made the regular game didn't make the port. It was like some other company who made the port. That's yeah. Shout outs to Terrence. He said had to come through and show some love. Hope all is well. And you hope all is well with you and yours, big homie. Thank you, Terrence. I appreciate it. Game Freak deserves all the smoke they can get. I agree. Oh my god. I honestly don't have anything else to talk about, you guys. At this point, I'm just kind of chopping it up. I just wanted to clarify my tweet. I'm not mad. I'm not boycotting Nintendo, but like I said before, like what me and Darkstar talked about, they really gotta try to future-proof at a point, because we're living in a world where Steam Deck and ROG Allies are becoming more viable. Yes, they're niche. I never denied it, but they're becoming more viable. And because those type of devices are becoming more viable, Nintendo is going to be compared to those devices, whether they want to or not. Nintendo took themselves out of the power race with PlayStation and Xbox when they had the Wii. And, you know, they tried with the Wii U, but they were late on the ball, late on the train, and then they did it again with the Nintendo Switch. But it's like you took yourself out of the power race with Xbox and PlayStation, but now Valve and Asus, I don't know how to say that, are entering your space. So it's like they got to figure out what to do about it. What are y'all saying in the chat? Chariot Man says, I think the Switch 2 is going to be more powerful than people think. You know, y'all convinced me. That, you know, I don't really have the knowledge. I concede. Y'all convinced me. Y'all made me feel differently by giving me a little bit more information about the facts of all of the situations and all of the tech and all that good stuff. So yeah, I can agree to that. Yamad says, remember when Game Freak released Pokemon Black and White 2 on DS, and a year and 3 months after the 3DS dropped? Interesting. I don't know. I vaguely remember that. I'm not really a Pokemon head like that, but yeah. Geek says voice acting would be nice. I mean, even AC got character sounds. I mean, I feel like Zelda tried with voice acting. Honestly, let me go on a rant since we here, okay? The Zelda team, I love. Y'all know that the reason why I am a gamer is because The Legend of Zelda. But can we give Monolith Soft their flowers? Because the Zelda team would not have done that fabulous voice work if it wasn't for the fact that Monolith Soft is there. Because one thing about Monolith Soft, baby, that voice direction, come on. Zelda team better had bought them like some Burger King, McDonald's or something, because that would not have happened if it was the Zelda team by themselves. I'm sorry. The voice work was immaculate because of Monolith Soft. They have the best character work in all of Nintendo. The best voice work in all of Nintendo. Give them their flowers, please. All of the Pokemon fans in the chat are saying that they need voice acting. Ahmad and I agree. Modern features, please. Please, please, modern features, please, 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 God, please. Shout outs to Bill for the $5. Much, he says, much love, homie, blessings. I really appreciate it, Bill. Thank you. Let's see. Rappity rapper, bro. Gotta give it another 20 years of the prayer. I'm dead. It blows my mind. Xenoblade Chronicles 2 and 3 have the same voice directors. Don't even get me started on talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, because if I start talking about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, somebody gonna get mad. If I talk about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, somebody gonna get mad, so I'ma keep it to myself. Anyway, Xenoblade Chronicles 3 is a goated game. If you haven't played it yet, go play it, please. Geronimo says, I'm mad I didn't really get into Xenoblade stuff until 2020. Baby, welcome. I didn't play the original Xenoblade Chronicles when it came out, so I didn't get into Xenoblade until Xenoblade Chronicles X. And it made me wish that I had played Xenoblade Chronicles on the Wii. When the Operation Rainfall games came out, I opted to get Pandora's Tower because at that time, I was not yet an RPG head. I hate to say that, and it makes me feel icky in my soul because now JRPGs are like my favorite genre of game. But back then, I was into stuff like God of War. I wanted to play platformers. I wanted to play adventure games. I didn't want to play no turn-based. I didn't want to play no MMO-style games, baby. I wasn't there yet. I had not evolved. Yet. And then I played Xenoblade Chronicles X, and my mind completely just blew out of my fucking brain, okay? It blew out of my skull, bro. It blew out of my skull. Shout outs to Monolith Soft for having black folks talking for black characters. That's inclusion right there. I love it. We love to see it. Shout outs to Red. Hey, baby. All my babes in the chat. Yes, love to see it. You know what? I'm not even going to hold you. Y'all know I'm a Zelda girl in my heart. But Monolith Soft is coming for the throne, baby. After both Xenoblade Chronicles X and Xenoblade Chronicles 3 and Future Redeemed, Monolith Soft is coming for my heart, guys. It's coming for my heart. As much as I love Tears of the Kingdom, I still love Xenoblade Chronicles 3 more. Oh my god, I can't believe I'm saying that. And that's not to say that Tears of the Kingdom is not a great game. They're both great games, but I'm becoming a Monolith Soft girl. Like, I am a Monolith Soft shawty. Okay? I'm a Xeno shawty at this point. Let's see. The blades were pretty in Xeno 2. That's the only thing I'll give you, baby. Xenoblade 2, you get nothing from me, baby. You get nothing from me. I'm sorry, Xenoblade 2, baby. Xenoblade 2 is a cute girl, but she gets nothing from me. Okay? She gets nothing from me. Okay? I have nothing kind to say about Xenoblade Chronicles 2, so I'm gonna move on. Let's see. Pandora's Tower is good, but I wish that I would have got Last Story in Xenoblade Chronicles as well. I think I was probably short on money at the time. You know, your girl is poor, and I've been poor for a long time, so I had to choose one of the three. I chose Pandora's Tower. I really wish I would have got the other two. I have Persona. On Game Pass right now. And a real nigga I just need to play them. I need to just sit my ass down and open up a game that's not fucking Dragon Quest. That's my problem. I have so many games, but I want to play the games I already played. I don't know why I'm like this. Red. Xenoblade Chronicles 2, baby. If you ever play Xenoblade, this is Red. Listen to me. If you ever decide to get into Xenoblade, play Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition. Skip Xenoblade Chronicles 2. Play Xenoblade Chronicles 3. And also play Xenoblade Chronicles 3 Future Redeemed DLC. Okay? Skip 2. Just skip it, baby. Skip it, okay? It's a wrap. Zanita. Oh my god. See, now y'all got me being messy. Y'all got me being Rodimus. Y'all got me being messy. Y'all have me being messy. I'm not being messy by myself. Y'all brought up Xenoblade Chronicles 2 knowing how I feel about that game. So is it me being messy or is it y'all being messy? Let's think about that for a minute, okay? I'm gonna put the buck on you. In other words, Nia is saying Link better step your game up. Shout outs to J Beats for the $2. I appreciate it, fam. It says, is Xenoblade turn-based? I prefer action RPG. J Beats, if you've ever played an MMO, Xenoblade kind of has like an MMO style action where you're controlling the actions but not particularly controlling the character. However, your character is not static like in a turn-based game. I'm trying to think of an RPG that a lot of people have played. Not an RPG, an MMO that a lot of people have played. I'm trying to think. I'm sorry to all of the people who like Xenoblade 2. I am not. Yes, go play Xenoblade X Red. Oh my god, yes, please, 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 please. I feel you about that backlog, girl. That backlog is crazy. Rodimus said it was a collaborative effort. Y'all are so messy. Y'all are so messy. I'm still waiting on that Xenoblade export. I have Xenoblade X on the Wii U still. I still have my Wii U. Cause I don't get rid of my consoles. I'm kind of a collector-ish. I don't like to get rid of my consoles and stuff. I do have Xenoblade Chronicles X on emulator. I haven't been able to optimize it yet. That's my problem. Maybe now that I have a new GPU, I could optimize the game better. But I tried to play it on my emulator and it's not doing what it needs to do. We do need to play something, Red. We need to get all of the girls together to do something. Let's see. What are y'all saying? X is the second I can't talk. X is the second best Xenoblade game. I still don't know which Xeno game I like better. I don't know if I like X better or if I like 2. Not 2. Damn, Freudian slip much? I don't know if I like X more or if I like 3 more. I'm still going back and forth because I love those games for different reasons. Even though Xenoblade Chronicles X isn't as story intensive as Chronicles and Chronicles 3, the world itself is so vast and lush and everything fucking matters. Even the NPC interactions in Xenoblade Chronicles X matter and they actually manifest themselves in the overarching world. That shit is fire to me. Hey, Super Metal Dave, how you doing, fam? Hey, Video Game Herd, just FYI, all the news outlets have pulled the info on Switch 2. Seems it was false info. I did mention that earlier, Super Metal Dave, that this is probably not real information. This is just me dialoguing about the conversation that I was having with people on my Twitter today. But I appreciate you coming and saying that because there might be some people who are watching right now who did not hear me say that. So I really appreciate when people bring in actual real information. Like, I think that's pretty fire. Geronimo says that he likes 3, then X, then 1 equals 2. Fuck no. Fuck no. I'm sorry, Geronimo. Let me stop shitting on your gaming opinions. You are very valid in your opinions. I'm sorry, sir. What's good, James? How you doing? To all the bruhs and bruettes. To all the voes and vies. To all the voes, the vies, and the NBs, because you just never know. Let's see. 3, I think, grabs the best things from the other main games and corrects the issues from 2. I can agree to that, Geronimo. Nice to see you around YouTube again for a bit. Been a minute. Yeah, I don't do this shit no more. So I'm just really just kind of dialoguing with the people at this point. But I appreciate you coming through, Super Metal Dave. Like, that really makes me feel good to see all the OGs in the building. There was something so different about X. I agree. There's something about this planet. I still want to know what is it about this planet. I gotta know. I have to know. I don't want to spoil it just in case there's people out there who still want to play it. But baby, that ending, we need answers. Okay? We need answers. They can't leave it on that note. We need answers. Everyone here knows how secretive the big it secretive the big it is. Yeah, they are very secretive. So that's why I say I don't really think. That's why when I did make my tweet, I prefaced it with, if he knows what he's talking about, because I guarantee there's some misconstrued information per usual. So I'm not taking this as fact. I'm just having a dialogue just for the sake of having dialogue. They have to do a sequel. I think I am going to go ahead and get off of here, guys. I've been on live for almost an hour at this point. And when you don't do this type of shit for a long time, you get hella fatigued. And I feel very fatigued at this time. Even though I am enjoying the conversation with you guys. I really do enjoy getting on here and talking with you guys. I think I'm going to read a couple of more of you guys' responses, and then I'm gonna bounce. Yeah. Let's see. Y'all are still talking about Xenoblade. I think that everybody should play Xenoblade, except for Xenoblade Chronicles 2, of course. But everybody should have some type of Xenoblade experience. They really should. Red, I know y'all miss me, but I'm just not built for this no more. I'm not built for it no more. I don't care. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I just don't care about the whole rigmarole of the gaming cycle. I don't care about rumor mills, which is ironic because this whole conversation is based off a fucking rumor. I don't care about gaming politics. I don't care about any of that. I'm having more fun gaming now that I'm not making content anymore, because I could actually just sit and enjoy my games. You know what I mean? Like, I could just play a game and, like, just do me. I don't have to worry about streaming it. I don't have to worry about talking about it. I don't have to worry about dialoguing about it if it's a controversial game or not. Like, I could just play my game and just do me. In my drawers and no bra. Like, I love it. It's fucking amazing. That's why I'm not on the street. That's why I'm not on camera right now. Y'all just like to hear me get up here and run my mouth. That's all that is. Yamad says, I like the vibe of these rumors. Takes me back to the Nintendo Fusion days. You know what? I feel that. Alvidad, how you doing, friend? How you doing, friend? Yo, Nia, so glad you chose to stream. This Switch 2 thing is becoming a mess right now. Is that my boy Rob? Hold up. Is that Robert? The Robert of Rule of 2 Review? Is that you? That's my boy. Y'all need to subscribe to my boy, okay? Go subscribe to Rule of 2 Review. Go subscribe to Avedon as well. Go subscribe to Chariot Man. Go subscribe to Geronimo. They all make content. If I don't make content no more. But these babies got you, okay? I don't do it. Go subscribe to Red Infamy. My baby out here doing big things, okay? Big things. Go subscribe to all my babies in the chat right now. If they have a profile picture geek, all of them, go subscribe to all of them. All these babies still make content. Your girl don't make content, but these babies over here, they still make great content. Okay? Go follow all of them. Yes, it is. You need to get back into it, sis. Y'all keep gassing me. Y'all keep gassing me, and I hear everything you saying, and I respect everything y'all saying, but I just don't see it for me. I don't see it for me. Yo, that's why I stopped making gaming content. Yeah, but you still do make content. You still have like your music and everything of it on. I'm following everyone in here already. You know what? I feel that. I became a Digimon streamer. Love to hear it. Love to hear it. I literally never used Twitch, but I opened it up once I had time during work. What a day. No problem, Red. You know I got you, girl. You, especially my chocolate girls. Red out here doing it for the chocolate girls. We love to see it. We love to see it. We want you back. That's why we're here, Chariot. Oh my god. Y'all are gassing me. Don't do it. Y'all gonna have me making videos and stuff knowing I'm not in this. My heart is not in this anymore. Become famous again. I don't think I was ever famous. But I appreciate everybody who loves the content. Usually in the summertime, I try to stream more, but I haven't been feeling it this summer, y'all. But who knows? Things change. Red says, I do take my breaks. I feel you, girl. You got to take a break. Sometimes this stuff is exhausting. Like all of this stuff going on with PlayStation and Xbox right now and the FTC, all of that stuff is exhausting to me. Is it just me? Some people are like, oh, yes, this is tea. Yes, mess. Listen, I love mess. But sometimes it's exhausting. It's exhausting to me. And then trying to keep up with it and try to keep up with all of the updates and the in and outs, that's exhausting to me. Like, yeah, this whole FTC stuff, like, it has some cute moments, but I'm exhausted. We do need a ladies' night. Oh my God. My thing is I just have limited platforms because I'm broke, babe. I'm broke. So really all I have a PS4, I have a Nintendo Switch, I have my PC. My fiance has an Xbox One X. But you know, he be playing his shit. He don't really want me fucking with his shit like that. You know what I'm saying? And basically my PC at this point is kind of like my Xbox One X, you know. And I just upgraded my GPU as well, so I could play more games than I could before. They got to be crossplay, I guess is my point. Whatever we play. This FTC stuff is hilarious, not gonna lie. Everyone on each side looking real funny. You know, it has its moments. Yeah, it's cute. You know, it's cute and whatever. But it wouldn't be cute if I had to keep up with it. If I was making content, it wouldn't be cute. That's the point I'm making. It's cute to just look in and peep out. But if you in this content creation circle, it's not cute because you gotta keep up with every update. You gotta make sure your information is on point. If your information not on point, somebody jumping on your back. No, I don't. No, I can't. No. The FTC stuff is hilarious, not gonna lie. Oh, yeah, I already read that. I acknowledge the OGs in the gaming community. You've been in this for years. Baby, over a decade. I've been making gaming content since I want to say 2000 and... I gotta think back. When did I start making gaming content? 2010? I want to say I've been making gaming content since 2010. Red, I got everything you have. I know that's right, baby. We game over here. I'm so out the loop with this FTC. The only reason why I know kind of sort of what's going on with this FTC stuff is because Neo GameSpark is so fucking messy, bro. I don't know if Neo is in here or he's lurking or not. Neo Game Freak is so fucking messy, bro. He posts all the updates on his Twitter with something slick to say. I love it. Like I told y'all, I love mess, but I'm glad I don't have to report on it. Oh my god. I wouldn't dare OD on that news like the folks at IGN. It's just like the bits I see on the Bird app, so I understand. That's what I mean. Like, yeah, it's cute, it's funny. Like, I love mess like everybody else love mess, but I don't want to have to make content about it. I don't want to have to keep up with all the ins and outs. I don't want to have to know, try to prepare to talk about it on the podcast or anything like that. I like to peep in and peep out and then go play Dragon Quest 11 for like the gazillion time. That's what I like to do. Okay? That's what I like to do. Because one thing about me, baby, is I'm a girl who's going to play the same game again. Just because I don't want to crack. I think a lot of it is because I'm intimidated by my backlog. I think now that I'm talking myself through it, a lot of the reason why I go back to the games I've already played is because my backlog is so daunting. One day, I'm going to take a picture of every game I have across platforms, from my PS4 to my Switch to all of the various platforms I have on my fucking PC alone. My backlog is fucking crazy. I have so many games on on EA Play, on Ubisoft, on Steam, on Epic, like on Game Pass. It's daunting. So if I'm gonna play, I'm gonna play Get You That Pack again, so I ain't gotta look at my backlog. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna go play Ni no Kuni again. I might need therapy. Like, we need gamer therapy. That's what we need. Somebody out here with a psychology degree. Here's a niche for you. Gaming therapy. Whew. Red, I power to you, girl. I don't think I have the strength. I don't have the strength. I don't have the discipline. I don't have the fortitude to really just go through my backlog the way that I really need to. What I need to do is maybe I need to condense like my must play games, Maybe that's what I need to do. Condense my must plays from my I can play it when I feel like it. First, I need to start with the games that I have already started that I need to go ahead and finish. I don't know. I gotta figure this shit out, guys. I really do. But I think that's the end of my life. Thank y'all so much for coming through and hanging out with me. It's a blessing to know that I could be gone for 15 years and y'all come back and holler at me on a stream. But anyways, you guys, if you were here for all of the talk about the Nintendo Switch being Switch 2 being on par with PS4 Pro and Xbox One and all that stuff, I already talked about that like 30 minutes to an hour ago. So if you're watching this back, I love you too, baby. So if you're watching this back, go way, like rewind way back, okay? Or you could wait for the archive. Anyways, thank you guys once again, and I will holler at you on the flip side. Peace out.